No. Biggie Almiron. Biggie Almiron. I'm gonna get done in now, aren't I?
It's the last word. With
Lola's happy.
Yeah, Newcastle fans TV. This is the last word, the final word. What do you call it?
The last word.
The last word. There you go. The last word. I'm here with Sam. I'm here with Lee. Newcastle through to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. I can't keep on saying this. This is amazing. But yeah, what a night. Newcastle one game away from Wembley. Who would have thought that? Sam, changes were made. Some good. Some maybe we're thinking, I'm not too sure on. But Bentleb, Longstaff come in. Joe Linton gets put back in as the number 9 or the big striker position, and Carl Darlow starts in goal. They were the big changes, I suppose, and Fabian Schär came in as well. What did you make of the starting 11?
I was fine with most of the changes. In a game like this, I've no real issue with Darlow playing. I know Dubravka's the man, and he is on a different level to Darlow, but for a game like this against a championship team, it's more than Darlow's level, so it's fine. On a whole, the only real disappointing one is Hayden maybe not playing.
Completely rested, wasn't he?
Yeah, not even in the squad. Good to see Lazaro get minutes. Obviously he's not suspended in the Cup. And good to see him further forward as well. Obviously the 4-2-3-1 got another outing, which proved nice in the first hour at least. So on the whole, yeah, I was pretty happy with the team.
Lee, let's start with the first half. And West Brom had the first main chance, stung Darlow's hands, which was a straight shot at him. But we kept Charlie Austin quite quiet. When I saw the team news, I was like, Charlie Austin started. I was thinking, I'm not too happy about this. I was thinking, he's always someone that can get at the end of a shot, or he's got a good finish in his locker. But I thought we always in control of the game. We had the tempo, we had the ball, we had possession, which was nice to see. And Miguel Almiron gets his first goal in a little while from a saint-maximin assist. Perfect timing for the goal, really, just to settle the nerves down.
Yeah, it was a good start. You're all right. Look, Charlie Austin's not a Premier League striker. I know he's players for West Brom for a reason. He had a one-season wonder with QPR, and that was it. Because Darlow should be saving that. And then we obviously go at the other end, and it's a great finish by Miggy, because you're thinking, oh God, because he snatched it early on the season, and he just seems to love the FA Cup. He's banging them goals in this FA Cup run. Good start, 1-0. And obviously the scenes, go and check the vlog out. I'm going to promote, keep banging that on. And then obviously the second one came just before half time, wasn't it?
It was. The saint-maximin had a chance before the first goal, which hit the crossbar. I thought that was in for a second. But we were a constant threat, Sam, and like Lee touched upon just before half time, it was crucial to go 2-0 up, and Almiron just on the edge of the box puts it in the top corner from good work from Lazaro. Perfect timing just before half time to go 2-0 up.
Yeah, brilliant timing for the goal. It was right in front of where I was sat as well.
Where was that, like?
Where was that?
I was in the family stand in the home end. I was deep undercover, and I pretty much got away with it.
It all goes on in this McDonald's, doesn't it?
Anyway, yeah, so good timing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was more or less game over at half time, or so we thought. But yeah, that was the only moment of the game where I thought I was rumbled by the home fans, but I managed to kind of disguise my jumping up when the goal went in to jump up and walking down to the concourse for half time, luckily. But yeah, great to see him take 2 goals like that, because he completely fluffed one at 0-0 earlier in the game when Bentleb was through, squared at him, and he just let it go through his legs. So we thought, oh dear. But no, he's turned it round on how.
Of course he has.
I am listening, don't worry.
It's a bit strange behind us. I don't know what's...
We're in a strange part of the world, mate.
Yeah, it's something strange going on here. It's what happens when you do fan cams or interviews after the game. But anyway, you would have thought just a 2-0 perfect. Team talk, let's just try and kill the game off and get a third, and we got the third straight away, Lee. Lazaro gets the goal. Me, you and Sam could definitely score that.
You know what it reminded me of? I remember Owen in our charity game when he needed it. Big shout out Owen. All of his big knee right there.
But good work from saint-maximin.
Yeah, he's a threat, isn't he? It doesn't matter what level it is, Championship or Premier League. Tricks and flicks. I don't think it's his best game, but he was a threat. And Lazaro, who was bright and much better going forward, literally taps it in or knees it in, whatever he does, and it's 3-0. But then you're thinking, that's it, we've won. But then it kind of swung a little bit, and it was all West Brom for the last 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, West Brom had chances. They always had chances, even when it was 3-0, Sam. And look, they've hit the crossbar. They've tested Darlow, but they did get a goal back through Matt Phillips. It was coming, wasn't it?
Yeah, you could tell it was coming. There was a bit of a lull for 10 minutes after 3-0. I mean, the guy that was sat next to me went. As soon as he sat down for the second half, we scored and he got up and went. So it was game over.
I bet you were happy about that though, because then you could celebrate.
It was a relief, put it that way. There was a lull for 10 minutes and then West Brom just started creeping back in. They got the goal. The turning point was when Austin came off and Zohore went on. Zohore was an absolute beast and completely manhandled Lascelles today.
And he got the second goal, Lee, in at 3-2 and in injury time. Newcastle had chances to finish it off through Sean Longstaff, Joe Linton and Fabian Schär. Yeah, he had a little mazy running. He couldn't exactly kill it off in 3-2. And Zohore scores and you're thinking, oh no, please, not Oxford again.
I can't remember much about the goal because the other end it just happened so quickly.
Yeah, he just got played back and just tapped it in. It was quite simple in the end.
Poor defending.
I still haven't seen that back because obviously I will want to get back to the Travelodge and eat. 3-2 and you're thinking, oh, here we're gone. Just hang on. And then we couldn't keep the ball down. We grunt the corner flag and eventually Shelby did and hung on. And obviously the scenes erupted, didn't it?
Yeah, and we just held on and Newcastle are through and that's all that matters. Let's hear what Steve Bruce had to say after Newcastle have made it to the quarter-finals.
Delighted. Look, for a good hour we looked very, very good, and then that horrible switch switched off when we think it becomes too easy. And to be fair to West Brom, they made a couple of changes and all of a sudden they're a different threat and we've come off the gas a bit. And in the end we've got over the line, but for a good hour or so there I thought we were very, very good, and to score 3 times against a very good side who are top of the championship was good to see, and a big well done to the supporters too. I mean, to have this many supporters and sing their heads off all night was terrific for them.
Yes, so a relieved but happy Steve Bruce would have been proud as a Geordie boy, remember Lee, to take his hometown club to a quarter-final.
Why you saying remember Lee?
To take his hometown club into a quarter-final of the FA Cup. At the minute, Arsenal are through, Chelsea are through, Sheffield United have just got through after beating Reading, and Newcastle are through. Lee, when you look at the teams that are left and obviously the games that are still left to play, can we just get a home draw? Is that the best we can ask for at the minute? Just a home draw against a team at a similar-ish level around us?
I wouldn't say home because you wouldn't want to draw Chelsea at home. I think you'll want a home tie, don't get me wrong, but I think if you had to pick, you'd pick the Sheffield United's. Will Sheffield United win?
Yeah.
So you'd probably want that, or even Arsenal. I think Arsenal are not as scare. Arsenal don't scare me because the first half when we were all down there, we were better than them. Second half, different story, I know, but I'd probably fancy one of those two, me.
Sam, Southampton next. And we've got to remember that our bread and butter is the league. Yes, the FA Cup was a fantastic distraction, but we need to try and pick up at something at least at St Mary's, because we are getting dragged into a relegation battle. Has it got to be turned quite quickly that, however, we've got to make sure that we've got to get back into this Premier League battle and let's see if we can get a big win down on the South Coast.
Yes, you're right in what you say, but our record down there is horrendous. It's good that we've won tonight, the season's still alive, because had we not, then our season was going to peter out into nothing and we'd be slumming it for the rest of the season, fighting for our lives again. We are going to be in this relegation battle. We need 2 wins. Southampton on Saturday isn't a game I'd be saying, right, this is a must win. I'd be looking at Villa at home, West Ham at home, Sheffield United at home, even Spurs at home. We've got a cracking record against Spurs and they've got no striker.
Just put in that, because we've now got that FA Cup tie, that game in hand that we'll have now in Villa could be crucial for us.
Yeah. That's going to be probably rescheduled in April, so that's going to be an interesting one as well. But Lee, let's finish off on tonight. We're into the quarter-finals, we're 1 game away from Wembley. How good would it be if Newcastle could actually get into Wembley in a semi-final? You know, it was a fantastic atmosphere tonight, and you've seen it with probably the clips that you've seen on Facebook, Twitter, etc. Could you imagine if we could just make it one more game, one more big performance?
Been a long time since we got beat off Chelsea 2-1 when Rob Lee scored the header under Bobby, and obviously Poyet, the amount of times that he used to destroy us throughout the years. That was the old Wembley, so that tells you how long ago. It was like in the late 90s, millennium. So it'll be good, it'll be fantastic to go to Wembley. You know, it's North London, near 40.
He's just giving me the biggest look I've ever seen in my life.
I've got to get me dig into 40 some point in some video, haven't I?
But in all seriousness, no, Lee, Newcastle United one game away from Wembley,
Yeah,
and that's a big. That could be a
dream.
massive.
You can dream. It keeps your season alive. Even if we get beat in the next quarter final, it keeps that season alive for the next 3-4 games until we come round to that. So no matter what happens in the league, of course we want to do well, we want to get safe, but then you can say, we've got that to look forward to now. Can we, as a one-off game, Rafa's probably the perfect man for it, funny enough, for a one-off game. Can Bruce go and do it? We'll wait and see when the draw happens. Thursday, is it?
I think it's Thursday. It hasn't been. I'm guessing a little bit because that's when the last game's getting played, but who knows? Get your comments in. Who would you like in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup? Would you just like a home draw against anybody? Maybe take away Man City because they're probably a big team that you don't want. But yeah, who's your man of the match? Like and subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV, and as we just leave the Hawthorns, as Newcastle make it through. Exactly, as Newcastle make it through at the quarterfinals. We'll see you on the weekend.
No.